So, you have dreamed of becoming a pilot and want to start your flight training, but you're not sure what it's really like? I get it. It can be confusing to figure out where to start, especially if you don't know anyone who is already doing flight training. Even if you have a friend who's an airline pilot, their journey might not be same as yours. In the past, most pilots came from military backgrounds, which is very different from how people become pilots today. Even among civilian pilots, everyone's situation is unique. Today, I'll share my own flight training story and explain what you need to do before starting your journey. If you watch this video until the end and follow my steps, you could save yourself thousands of dollars. I did my first discovery flight a few years before I officially started my flight training. My first flight was in 2017 at a small airport in South Korea, and I began my full training in 2020. A discovery flight is a short flight, usually 20 to 15 minutes long, that gives you a chance to experience what it feels like to fly a plane. This is your chance to see if flying is something you will enjoy before committing to full training. I have seen many people quit their flight training after getting their private pilot or commercial pilot license. That's why it's so important to make sure you really love flying before you start. Otherwise, you could end up wasting your savings and time. Most pilots get their first taste of flying when they're kids. You can easily find a nearby flight school and book a discovery flight for yourself. I did one before starting my training, and it was an amazing experience that confirmed my passion for aviation. Becoming an airline pilot is a great career choice, but if you're doing it just for the money, you might lose interest over time. Being a pilot takes a lot of hard work and dedication. Don't get me wrong, money is important for everyone's life, but I believe that you work hard and love what you do, the money will come naturally. Consistency and effort are what will help you to succeed in this field. To make things easier for aspiring pilots, I created a database of flight schools. Visit pilotschoolfinder.com to find the schools near you. Book a discovery flight and see if this is something you can imagine doing for the next 40 years. Flight training depends on how much time and effort you are willing to put into it. I have seen many students take over 2 years just to finish their private pilot or instrument ratings. If you fully commit to your flight training, it's possible to finish in just about 6 months. There are also ways to speed up the process and save money while doing it. Being prepared with aviation knowledge is key, because being a pilot isn't just about flying. It's mostly about understanding how everything works. In fact, being a pilot is 80% knowledge and 20% actual flying. If you're not prepared enough with the basics, you will have to study while also learning to fly, which can slow down your progress. Some students even fail their oral exams during check ride because they didn't study enough beforehand. Some things are easier to understand when you are actually flying the plane. For example, learning how instruments work makes more sense when you are in the cockpit using them rather than just reading about them in books. Before starting your flight training, consider taking an online ground school course. It will give you a head start on the knowledge part of being a pilot. When it comes to choosing a school, there are two main types: Part 141 schools and Part 61 schools. A Part 141 schools follows a structured program with clear steps for both students and instructors. On the other hand, Part 61 schools are more flexible but don't have much structure. I went to Part 141 school and finished my commercial pilot training in 1 year. Even though the school had some delays due to the pandemic, one big advantage of a Part 141 school is that they let you get your commercial pilot license within just 190 flight hours instead of a usual 250 hours required at Part 61 schools. If you have a full-time job and want to keep working while doing your training, Part 61 school might be better for you because it's more flexible. However, many Part 141 schools also offer Part 61 programs if that's just what fits your schedule better. Just keep in mind that even some Part 61 programs like ATP flight training still require full-time commitment. Think about your schedule and goals carefully before choosing the type of school that works best for you. Now that you know what flight training looks like, book a discovery flight at the airport near your home, start studying through the online ground school course, and decide whether you're ready to go all in or do your training part-time. If you love aviation and stay consistent with your effort, there's no reason why you can't achieve your dream as becoming a pilot. I'll be back soon with more aviation content. Until then, safe flight